Hey everybody, it's Lynette with the Pampered Chef, and we are doing another awesome quick fix meal today. I am doing a creamy Parmesan garlic pasta today with chicken. You could also use shrimp in this recipe, it'd be delicious with that, or any other meat of your choice. So we are featuring again our Pampered Chef quick cooker. If you're not familiar with the quick cooker, this is a super nice pressure cooker, unique to the Pampered Chef. We have our safety feature lid here. So with our safety feature lid, it's designed with the steam release so that the steam releases away from you. So normally you would be on this side over here cooking, and the steam is going to release back towards me. So we're going to be starting our dish by using the pressure cooker on the sear function. So not only can you pressure cook in this, you can also proof bread, you can make yogurt, you can make cheesecakes, and the sear function is like cooking on your stovetop before you start a recipe, or you could do your whole recipe on sear if you wanted to. So with the sear function, to get to your functions, we just dial them in on the front here. So this is sear over here. So we've got our sear function going, and then I'm just gonna push the start button. So I tell you, when I got this pressure cooker, I was super terrified of it because I had seen all kinds of memes on Facebook and different things kind of talking about how scary they were to use, how dangerous they were. And I dived right in with this, even though it was a little scary for me, and it has gone super well. I love using this. The thing that is so nice about this is if you are a person who doesn't necessarily always prepare for what you're going to make for dinner at night, this is the perfect solution, because you can put frozen meat right in here and you can cook it. And when you cook the frozen meat in here, it will surprise you because the texture comes out absolutely delicious, tender, fall off the bone. I put rock hard pork chops in here with a little sauerkraut, a little bit of liquid, and just cook it on the normal pork setting. When you start to cook with this, there's a lot of presets on here for different things like chicken, pork, different things. Now your recipe may direct you differently, but if you're just doing just a piece of meat to get started, those are great to help you as a guide. And they have the pressure all preset for each particular kind of meat or different things. Like the proof setting on here is all set to do the bread. And there's also these settings right here, which are the custom settings. So some recipes like doing a hard-boiled egg in here, which is phenomenal. If you've ever had a hard time peeling a hard-boiled egg, you're gonna wanna do them in here. After you do hard-boiled eggs in the quick cooker, you will never go back, because those hard-boiled eggs, let me tell you, the shell literally comes off in two pieces. You're not picking every little tiny piece of shell off that hard-boiled egg. So to do eggs, there's some accessories that come with this. So we actually have the rack that sets in here. You put the rack in there and you just stack your eggs on the rack. Put a cup of water in the bottom. Now that's the key with pressure cooking, is if you think about it, you're always cooking with steam. So you always have to have enough liquid in your recipe to build the steam to make this come to pressure. So we're gonna get our chicken started in here. My oil is already heating up. I have a little olive oil in here. And I just have some boneless, skinless chicken breast, about a half a pound, because I'm just making a lunch-size serving of this for us today. So you can hear that sizzle. It's already hot in here. And I'm gonna take some garlic with our garlic press. If you guys have never used our garlic press, absolute must-have. I can just take the clove of garlic unpeeled, pop it in here, give it a little squeeze, and out comes my nice fresh garlic. So there's one. We're gonna do one more clove of garlic. Get that out of the way. Give this some nice flavor. All right, perfect. So we're gonna sear up our chicken just a little bit, just get it kind of browned up, because we want that nice caramelized garlicky flavor on our chicken. I'm gonna add a little salt with our Himalayan sea salt grinder, and a little pepper. So the other nice thing about using, excuse me, the quick cooker is that you can actually, if you are a planner, you can do like your freezer meals and stuff, and then you can put them right in here like a frozen bag of soup. Put it in here frozen, and that will cook right away in here. You don't have to have the thaw out time to get it to be pliable enough to put it in your slow cooker for all day with your typical freezer meals. You can still prep ahead all the ingredients in a freezer meal bag, and then just take it out, dump it in here, bring it to pressure, and let it cook. So So I'm searing up my chicken in the pot. The quick cooker has this inner pot here. This is removable, but this is the inner pot that things cook in. So you might be wondering about cleanup, because whenever I get an appliance, I'm always wondering about the cleanup on it. You have the inner pot, which you clean, and then you wipe out the lid, and then this seal here is removable. And I do recommend that every time you use it, you just throw the seal through the dishwasher, because sometimes it does retain a little bit of scent from what you were cooking. So my chicken is just nicely searing up here, getting a little color on it, getting browned up. You can smell the garlic, you can see the garlic steam here, holy cow. But the garlic is delicious in here. It smells amazing in my house already. And we don't even have all the good stuff in here. So with the Pampered Chef Quick Cooker, you actually do get a little cookbook. Let me grab it here. So it is a cooking guide. It has some whole recipes in here for different things like chili. There's this awesome chicken Parmesan pasta. That one is a delicious one as well. You also get the teriyaki and rice. But the best part is in the front. It's kind of a getting started guide. So there's vegetables. Tells you how to cook all different kinds of things in here. So really, the nice thing about this is you're not just getting something off a box in a big box store, going home and trying to figure it out yourself. First of all, Pampered Chef has a 3 easy ways to get started guide right in here, so you can try some things out just to get you started, being comfortable with the pressure cooker. And then you always have me. So things like this video demo, and also different availability to just ask me questions. You can Facebook message me, you can text me, you can call me. So I'm going to remove my chicken out of here real quick. Got it kind of seared up here, so it'll be nice and flavorful in my recipe. And then I am going to get the pasta part going here. So I have got 2 1/4 cups of chicken stock I'm just going to put in here. And then I am going to add 1 cup of heavy cream. So yeah, this is a great recipe, right? A cup of heavy cream. And we are going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. This is just going to give it a little bit of acid to cut that super heavy cream flavor. Now, because it's a garlic Parmesan pasta, even though we sauteed some garlic with our chicken, we're going to add a little bit of our garlic rub just to intensify the garlic flavor a little bit more. So a little bit of garlic rub in here. And then my favorite part is some Parmesan cheese. So this is our zester grater, one of the most popular things in my kitchen. If you guys have ever bought the green canned cheese, you know, the shredded Parmesan cheese, and you put that in a recipe like this, you're going to notice that that cheese has so many fillers and so many additives in it. It doesn't melt nice and creamy like what this real Parmesan cheese is going to. So a whole block of Parmesan cheese is about $5. It's going to last you forever. We're going to just shave about 1/4 cup in here. I've got some already done, but look how nice this just shaves right in here. Just like a little cheesy snow going in here. All right, so I'm going to put the rest of what I already have shredded in here. So about 1/4 cup we got going on. I'm going to scrape out the rest of my chicken stock out of here. And then we're just going to give this a little stir before we put our pasta in. And we're going to do some more pepper from our peppercorn medley. These are our grinders. Now, the unique thing about our grinders, if you've ever used a salt and pepper grinder, you know they're just horrid to fill because they have the post through the middle and things come out. These new ones of ours are amazing. They do not have a post, so you just dump everything right in. Super easy to fill. So that's the peppercorn medley. I'm tiny a little bit more in there. We like a lot of flavor in our pasta. And we're going to do some salt. Now the thing with the quick cooker is we're putting everything in one pot here. We're going to push the button and we can walk away until it's done. So the time for this is going to be 8 minutes on the custom setting, which is high pressure. Now the 8 minutes starts counting down once the cooker comes to pressure. So I'm going to get my pasta in here and show you what I mean. The pressure part means it's hot enough to start cooking. We're doing 1/2 box of fettuccine noodles. Here is what I have. Now, I'm going to take the fettuccine, I'm going to break them in half so they all fit in the liquid. So just throw them in the hot tub in here. Do a little bit more of my pasta here. All right, perfect. So far, super simple recipe. All yummy ingredients. We're not adding any preservatives or extra yuck in here like a boxed fettuccine dinner. This is going to be super delicious. I'm going to top it with some cubed up fresh tomato. I'm going to put my chicken back in. And now we're going to put the lid on the pot and let it go. So we're going to get the lid on. You hear the little chime. That means we're getting the lid on. The lid's locked on now. Now, before we start, we want to make sure that our pressure regulator, which is this red button here, I'm not very good at this, but right here, this red button, is down. So that means that it is safe to open the cooker. So when you're done, it means this is safe to open the cooker when it's down. When it goes up, it means the cooker is at pressure. You can't open it. All right, so now we're going to get our setting done here. So we're going to do the custom setting. So just click custom, and I need 8 minutes. So I need to go down. My goodness. Custom. And then I need to do time. My goodness. Getting. Okay. Custom. It's hard to do upside down. Time. We're going to 8 minutes. Oops. 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 Okay. We're going to start over. Custom. Time. 8 minutes. Like I said, I can't read upside down very well today. 8. And then we are going to hit start. So as it's going, you're going to see our 8 minutes is not showing here right now. So what that means is anything that was in this pressure cooker is heating up to get hot enough to make steam to build up the pressure to cook our food in here. So once it comes to pressure, it'll start at the 8. It'll start cooking. It'll start counting down from the 8. So then once it gets to 0, it's going to be finished. Our cook time's going to be finished. Now with pressure cooking, there's a couple different ways that you end a recipe. So there's what they call natural release. So natural release means that I'm going to let this sit probably like an additional 10 minutes or so and let all the steam release by itself and the pressure deflate inside the pressure cooker. A manual release means that when it beeps and my 8 minutes is up, I'm going to push this pressure release button on the top, stand back, let the pressure release, and then it will be safe to open the cooker right away. Now, you might be wondering why the two different methods. What do you do with those? So the things that you want to think about here is if you have something that you want to be super, super tender, like a meat, where you might want it to keep cooking just a little bit beyond your cook time, you're going to always, with a meat, do a natural release. So just let it sit for a little bit longer, let the steam dissipate by itself. When you're doing something like our pasta, we don't really want our pasta to keep cooking because it's going to get overcooked and gluey and stuff, like a rice, a pasta, something like that. We don't want it to keep cooking. A vegetable, not necessarily want it to keep cooking. So anything like that, we're going to do the right away release. We're going to hit the button and let the steam go. So as our pasta cooks, this is really all there is for the cooking part of this recipe. And you're going to have a delicious dinner for your family. You just let this sit, let it come up to pressure. It'll cook right along. You'll be good to go. Now, lots of people look at the price of our pressure cooker and they get a little bit shied away because, you know, you're going to make a nice investment in the kitchen. You want to be sure you're going to use it. I will tell you, since I've gotten this about a month and a half ago, we've used it 3 to 4 times a week, every single week since we've gotten it. The thing that does for you is it saves you trips through the drive-thru when you don't know what's for dinner because you know you've got frozen meat in your freezer and you know you can put it in here and cook it. The other thing that it does for you is you can make a nice healthy meal. You don't have to, when you're short on time, grab a frozen pizza, grab a hamburger helper, grab the neon orange mac and cheese. You can do mac and cheese right in here. Like most pastas cook for 5 to 8 minutes in here. Spaghetti and meatballs, you can either use frozen meatballs or you can make your own fresh meatballs. Sear them up in here, remove them, put your pasta, your jar of sauce, half a jar of water, throw your meatballs back in, stir it up a little bit, and let that cook for about 8 minutes, and you have spaghetti and meatballs right in the quick cooker, all in one spot. Now, the thing I will say about the quick cooker is that I have noticed, as I've been cooking in it, when you cook things in here, like a vegetable or something in a recipe, it comes out so much more delicious because it really intensifies the flavor in your vegetable because of how fast and how hot it cooks in here. However, it does the same thing to all your ingredients. So, like with spaghetti sauce, the one recipe we made, we used a lesser quality spaghetti sauce, and we didn't care for it because it really intensifies that flavor. So you do want to use just a little bit better quality ingredient because it's going to really intensify what it tastes like in the quick cooker. Now you can hear just a little hum in here. It's starting to come to pressure. So I can feel a little bit of pressure here. But my cooker stay cool to the touch. So that's the other thing. If you have little ones or pets in the household, you don't have to worry about this burning them because it's pretty cool to the touch on the outside even when it's cooking. And we have some carrying handles down here. So if you have a smaller kitchen like I do and you need to move your cooker from place to place to use it and put it away, it's got some convenient carrying handles down here. And the best part is, with the Pampered Chef, you never have to pay full price. So you always have the opportunity to get this quick cooker at half off as a hostess. And in the months of September and October, the Pampered Chef is offering an amazing additional deal where you can actually get the quick cooker at 60% off, making it just $96. Now, if you think about it, that's just 2 times out to eat for your family likely. And you could do 2 extra dinners in here to pay for that. And you're going to use this every week, probably every other day. You can make applesauce in here. You can make desserts, cheesecake in here, baked potatoes, hard-boiled eggs, beans, rice, pasta. I mean, the possibilities are just endless in here. So our cooker's starting to come to pressure, and you can see this little trickle of steam releasing here. So what that's doing is the steam is building under this little red valve, because this made me nervous at first. I was like, oh, what's happening? It shouldn't be having steam come out. But just real soon here, our little red valve is going to pop right up. You can see the steam coming out, and it'll pop up and seal here just very quickly. This is kind of the prelude to it popping up to seal. So don't let the steam kind of scare you as it comes up. It's going to pop up here, and then that will mean our quick cooker is sealed up and ready to cook once that pops up. And then once that pops up, this will show the 8, and it will start counting down for the cook time. So here goes our valve. It's just bobbling up here, and there it goes. So it's all sealed up. And then this will start on the 8 here real shortly. So that is our creamy garlic Parmesan pasta. I'll post a picture in the comments once I get it done so you can see what the finished product looks like. If you have any questions at all about the quick cooker, about this recipe, about how easy this is to use, clean up, any of those things, or about hosting a party, it only takes $200 in orders to make a qualified party and get you this at 60% off. Let me know. Thanks, and have a great day.